Good morning, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to ElliiCon 2023, wherever you are around the world. I do see that Anne is somehow still on stage with me. Anne, I'm not sure why you're on stage with me, but if you can get yourself off there, that's great. If not, you can stay on there with me, but I do see you there. But in any event, welcome, everybody. Good morning. And I want to just introduce the conference today and welcome everybody to this amazing event. My name is Ben Buckwold. I am the founder of Ellii. We used to go by the name ESL Library for about 18 years, and for about 2 years we went by the name ESL Images back in 2002 when we first launched the platform, and we didn't have many lessons. We only had mostly images and a few lessons. And then we eventually changed to ESL Library, now more recently Ellii. If any of you happen to be a member of our platform back in 2002 when we were known as ESL Images, I would love to see you in the chat and find out that you were one of our really early customers. So anyways, welcome everybody. This is our third annual online conference, and we're really thrilled to be launching it. We've got more than 2,100 attendees this year, 2,100 attendees. It's our biggest year yet. And we launched ElliiCon 3 years ago in 2021. Really in the middle of the pandemic, and it seemed like a natural thing to do at the time. Everybody was, used to online conferences, and we saw it as an opportunity to sort of play some part, some kind of role, bringing people together for 2 days with some really fabulous speakers and some great social interaction during those really hard and kind of lonely times. And it was a successful event. It was a really successful event. We were surprised how well it did, but it was for that moment. It was a conference that was made for that moment of being in lockdown. So we really needed to think about whether conferences like this, online conferences like this, would still have an appetite from all of the attendees. Is there still an appetite to go and sit online for 2 days and watch presentations? And we came to the conclusion that there's a really great opportunity if things are done right, if an online conference is done right. It's a great opportunity for our community, our global teaching community. So a conference like this helps bring all these people together, so many people from around the world, really easily. And it can make just a great 2 days of connection. And I think if we do things simple and we keep it a single stream, and if we make it really fun, and make it enjoyable and social, and if we can bring in these incredible speakers, then it's going to be a great event. And we're really excited about kicking this off again for the third time. And this is, as I said, this is our biggest year yet. So I hope everybody has a great time. We're a really small company. We're only 35 people at Ellii. We're not backed by venture capital or any private equity like a lot of big education companies are. We've grown almost entirely organically as a company over the last 20 years, and almost entirely through word of mouth, teachers telling other teachers about us, and we're really grateful for that. And so bringing 2,100 people together for this event, I know not all of you are here at this welcome session, but throughout the next 2 days, there will be a total of 2,100 people. For us, that's a really incredible feeling, and we want to make sure that this event is really amazing for you all as well. So we're going to continue to do this every year, have ElliiCon. We really love doing it. We're going to try to always bring in the best speakers and always make it social, engaging, and enjoyable and purposeful as much as possible. And we'll always make it free. So this year, we've got a great lineup of speakers about to come up in about half hour from now. The first speaker, Nick Peachy, will be joining us after Tara and Tanya give a presentation. Last year, the theme was simplicity in ELT. And we thought that was a great theme at the moment because, we had all just spent like 2 years in this time where technology was just being thrusted upon us all the time. Every day a new tech problem would show up, or every day we'd be told to use a new technology in the classroom. And it was really stressful and really complicated. And we thought last year simplicity in ELT was a great theme because it felt like it was really important to just sort of get back to the basics and just start thinking about just making the classroom a simple place again. And just focusing on the learning and the teaching and not focusing on all the tech. And in fact, after the conference, we ourselves even started to sort of shift our own thinking about the way that we produce technology or produce content. We start to simplify a lot of things and build really simple tools instead of really complex tools. So that conference even had an effect on us as well. This year, our theme is humanity in ELT, striking a balance in the age of AI. And I think, again, it's a really timely, really relevant theme. We really need to start thinking about this. We really do. We need to be talking about this as an industry, as a community of teachers. And we've brought in some really excellent speakers who are going to talk about that balance in teaching in the age of AI. And if you're like me, you might be feeling that the world right now is at minimum, very interesting. But it's a fascinating time. It's an odd time. It's a strange time. I think it's kind of a scary time. And everything is moving really, really fast all around us and in our own work lives at school and where we're teaching as well. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm really down about the state of the world. And sometimes I'm optimistic. It's like back and forth all the time. But regardless of whatever state you might be in, you have to admit that it's a fascinating time right now. And all of these changes that are happening in the world in general, they're also changing our own lives as teachers in our own industry. And I think we've got a lot to think about and a lot to talk about. So together as an industry, let's talk about that over the next couple of days and beyond, obviously. Are we going to let AI just do everything for us? I hope not. Are we going to find ways to use AI to our advantage and use it as a tool that we master in some way? I hope so. I'm scared of AI, but I'm also really excited about what it can do in general and what it can do for our industry as teachers and as publishers and as software developers in education. And I hope that this conference will help us all sort of start to think about, how we're going to take on the problems that might come with AI and how we might be able to use AI to become more informed, more prepared, better teachers or better publishers or better software developers. Again, I hope this conference for you, I hope that you'll learn a lot from our speakers. I hope that you'll engage a lot in the chat and also at the tables that are available between sessions. Share your ideas in the chat or at those tables. And come away with this having met some really great people, but also come away from this two-day event with some new ideas and some new ways of thinking about how we're going to move forward, how we're going to teach in this really sort of interesting and uncertain times. I hope you enjoy the conference. Please be respectful in the chat. It's a place for all of us to have a conversation together. That's all. Just have a good time. I'm going to hand over the floor now to Tara and Tanya. We decided to sort of squeeze two presentations into one, the intro that we're doing right now, and also just a brief talk about what we're doing with respect to video in our publishing team. And right after that, we'll be attended by our very first presenter, Nick Peachy, who I'm so looking forward to watch. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's so great to have you here. I'll hand the rest over to Tara and Tanya. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Tanya.
All right. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. We're really excited to be talking about all of these things, and really for us, it's really all about learning. We have a lot to learn about AI for sure as a publishing team, so we're excited about that. But our first session, we get a lot of requests at ElliiCon to talk about Ellii, so we're going to do a little bit of an intro to what the publishing team's focus is this year in 2023. Last year, we were really focusing on speaking tasks. We had a new speaking digital task that we were playing with, and we created thousands of tasks that students can do to practice their speaking, which is really useful for a lot of tests that students have to do. So we are really confident now that most of our lessons have a speaking task in the digital version. So this year, our focus is video. We had so many requests from teachers to keep pumping out the videos. Our grammar videos are some of the most popular in the industry. So that's our focus this year is video. There's a poll you can answer for us while we get started. One of the reasons we're focusing on video is just there's so many benefits to using video in the classroom today. It brings content to life. It drives a target home. It's great for review. Appeals to all levels, all ages, and it is great for listening practice, which we get so many requests for. We need more listening practice, even after all these years of building out our library. So we have Tanya here, who was our head of editing for over 10 years. And she took on kind of a new role here at Ellii this year. So she's been doing an amazing job with us, building out a subdivision of the publishing team. And she's going to tell us a little bit about the video team and this split that we had this year. Tanya, tell us some of the major changes from this year.
Thank you, Tara. Yeah. So we used to be a team of just 2 people on the video team. It was myself, and I was only part-time on video. As you said, I was doing editing as well. And Lula, who is our very talented motion designer from Argentina. She works remotely with us, and she's been here for almost 4 years now. She's made some of the great animations and videos on our site. But the biggest change this year is that we got Liz. You might know her as the host of ElliiCon. And you can see her here on my screen. We stole her away from some other teams, and we got her to be just on the video team. So now we're a full-time team of 3 of us. And yeah, it's been really great. The first thing we did with Liz was these pronunciation videos. You can see that we have 50, and we're still not done. We have a few more vowels and consonants to do because each sound has 2 videos, a form video and a practice video. And yeah, it's been really great having her on our team.
Yeah, and how's the feedback been to have a real face on our video content?
Yeah, well, we're talking a lot about AI at ElliiCon, and you know that human person, the human touch, a real person on the video is just so timely. The feedback's been great. Students and teachers are really responding to having a real person. Even just, for example, in pronunciation, to have a person actually demonstrating how to make a sound is so much better than some images and text trying to explain it, right? So, and it was really funny at TESOL back in March. Liz was at our booth, and we had teachers coming up to her. Oh, can I please get your picture? Because my students will be so impressed that I met the Liz from the videos. And she was like a mini celebrity, and it was great.
Yeah, I think some people thought her name was Ellii.
I think they thought she was Ellii. Yes, she is Liz.
She is Liz, yeah, and we love her. Okay, and how many videos do we have on Ellii now?
So you can see that we have 315 videos now on Ellii. And do you know that 182 of those were added in the last year alone? So Lee started working with us in September, and we've just been so much more productive. More than half of them have been in the last year alone. So we were able to be a lot more productive with the full-time video team.
Amazing. Okay, and what's the most recent series that you've been working on this year?
So yeah, we've got a really fun series that we did this summer, and that is our vocabulary videos. And we just wrapped up for the last 2 months. We were working on life skills, and I know teachers know these are so important. This kind of vocabulary, just how to navigate in another country when you're speaking English. So at the bank, at the doctor's office, at the airport when you're traveling. And we just put up at a restaurant this week. So I'll just play a little bit of it for you.
Yeah.
And we can take a look. Oh, suddenly the site is really slow and I can't click in. Just one sec.
Let's see. Did you click
Okay.
into it?
No. Oh, okay. Well, we got at a hotel, but let me just go back and try this latest one again. Okay, here we go. Okay, phew. Technical difficulties. Okay, so I'm just going to share this in full screen so you can really see it. I'll play the first 20 seconds or so just to get an idea of what our vocabulary series is like.
Do you enjoy going out to eat? Let's learn some common vocabulary that you can use the next time you go to a restaurant. Let's go.
Ellii.
Today we'll learn some new words and expressions so that you'll know what to expect the next time you go out for a meal. You need to make this in order to guarantee a table at a restaurant. What is it? Reservation. You can reserve or book a table by calling the restaurant or using their website.
So that's an idea of what we do. So instead of a typical picture dictionary, we're able to give so much more than just the image and word. We can give contextual information. We can give tips about parts of speech. We can give spelling tips. And the video progresses through the restaurant experience. So from the moment you make a reservation till the moment you pay your bill. And we also have a couple little features here. If you see on our nav bar, by the way, we do have CCs you can turn on and off if you want students to listen and read or just listen. In the nav bar, we also have this chapters. So you can just quickly go to the end. I'll just turn this off, the sound off, so I can talk, but you can see that all of our vocabulary videos have a summary chart. And then we also have some practice activities. So we have a spelling activity and we have image activity just as a review. So it's quite interactive, and yeah, it's fun, and we've loved making this series.
Yeah, this is my favorite series, I have to say, because I can just tell that teachers made these videos. This is our publishing team. We all started out as teachers, and it's just, you can tell that it feels like a teacher made this. So I love them.
That's great. I'm glad that comes across. So Tara, you know, my team was based in focused on content creation, but I know you were involved in the feature development with product team, and you know all about the features. So I was wondering if you could show us a few of the features that relate to video, and just tell teachers where to find our videos.
Yeah, for sure. So as I mentioned in our coffee talk, one of my big jobs is helping the product team understand what the publishing team needs, based on, you know, teacher feedback and all that kind of stuff. So one thing that we found was that teachers loved our videos, but they weren't getting used that much, and we couldn't understand why. So one of the small changes that we made was to change our navigation bar. It used to have a media gallery link here. We've changed it to flashcards and videos, separate links. Turned out to be to have a really big impact, just this small little change. So we're always watching for things that we can do to make it easier. And just kind of overnight, teachers started finding all of our videos just by, you know, changing that nav bar. So now you can just go straight to videos and you can find them there. You'll see that, for example, you can see there the grammar videos, pronunciation, they're all categorized nicely. Our grammar videos are still our most popular ones. For example, that simple present video, one of the very first ones, has almost 2 million views on YouTube. But we are moving on to new ones with the human face. So if you look at the grammar section, we now have a couple new ones called grammar tips. Here's this one here, the passive voice, which we had so many requests for. Somebody was asking, can we make a request? Yes, please do that. So you can see here that it's found in this grammar practice worksheet lesson. So if a video is within a lesson, it'll be just a quick click there, and you can go right to the digital task there. And you can see that it's often just at the top of the task list. Sometimes it's at the bottom. It might be a review or something else, but in the grammar case, usually they're the first task. So do you want to play this one just a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, I'll just play the intro again so you can see what the grammar videos are all about.
Let's talk about the passive voice. The passive voice is more common in written English than spoken English, and we often hear it used in news reports and other types of stories. This higher level grammar target can be a bit tricky, so let's take a closer look. Here we go.
Ellii.
First, we'll compare the active and passive voices in English. Next, we'll look at the function and form of the passive voice. Then we'll look at how to conjugate verbs in different tenses in the passive. Finally, we'll see some examples of the passive voice before trying some practice exercises. Let's start.
So these are really comprehensive, great videos. Some teachers might only use the videos, and students really love them too. So we also have added videos to our search. So our main search, which is just up in the top right on every page, you can, if you type in a target, for example, simple present, you'll see there that now we have it in search. You can go to collections, lessons, flashcards, and videos. We really had a celebration that day when this was available. So you can search there, and you can also search right in the media gallery. So when you're in the media gallery, you can search specifically for videos or specifically for flashcards. So that was a big change. You can also, we're excited, Ben's going to show this, but we're just going to mention it. You can now assign videos using our new lesson planner tool, which is probably our most exciting feature from this year, 2023. There's just a blue button here, and all you have to do is click add to class, and it's going to add it right to your lesson planner. You can put it in the planning area, or you can put it in your main teaching area. So that's really exciting. If you need help doing this, we have a blog post with a video. You can just search up assigning videos, and there's an awesome video there that Ben made, assigning videos and flashcards to your class. So be sure to come to Ben's demo at the Lunch and Learn, and you'll see exactly how to do that. But it's super easy, and we're excited about that. And one more thing that we added was getting videos into our collections. So I think maybe last year or the year before, we showed you our collections. That was a new exciting feature, curated content by the publishing team. You can now see videos in our collections. So if you go, for example, to the What's New collection, which is our most popular collection all the time, this is all of our new content divided by month. So let's look at August, and September is still in progress. You go to the August collection, you'll see we have 26 new results for August, and there's a materials type there, and it has video in it. So we have all these 9 new videos that they were made just in August. So there's pronunciation videos and vocabulary videos. It was a very busy summer for the video.
It sure was, Tara. Yeah. And can you just also quickly, I know we're almost out of time here, but can you just give us a couple ideas of how teachers can use videos in class?
Yeah, so you guys are making all different kinds of videos for us. So we have some videos were just for introduction or warm up to the topic. So for example, in our discussion starters or our discovery section for young learners, we have these little warm up videos. The grammar ones you've seen, those are a full grammar presentation, can be used instead of a lesson or in addition to a lesson or for reviewing a target. We also have some videos that are really just meant for listening. So we get a lot of requests for videos that are based on current events. So we have a partnership with the Associated Press as well as the Washington Post, and we can use their videos. So we add videos from them, and sometimes they're found in a lesson. Sometimes we just use videos just that are interesting and we think they would be fun for a warm-up for a teacher. You can see we add a little question underneath all of the video titles just so that if you want to just ask a question, you could do that. So this was the Barbie premiere. It's just a video about the Barbie movie. It got viewed many times. We know teachers are launching it in their online classes or sharing it with their students. So you can just do listening practice. We don't have a task that goes with this specific one. You could do your own type of assessment with it. And we also do have a lesson that is about Barbie, but in this case, we don't specifically have it in the digital lesson. So it's not in there. So you'll see if it doesn't have a found in, then it's not actually in a lesson. But we have a listening section that is full of lessons that are good for video. So I think we're just about out of time here, Tanya. Do you want to wrap up?
We are. Yes, let's wrap up. Thank you, Tara. I'll just stop sharing my screen here, and I think I have 1 minute to wrap up here. So, so I just wanted to say that I know this was a little rushed today, but I will be at the video table. Right after this, I'll be at the presenter table. So come join us there. But after that, throughout the rest of the conference, between every session, myself and Lula will be at the video table. So please come on by, give us your feedback and suggestions. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to meet you. There is a video survey you can do at any time, not just the conference. And I'll ask Lula to pop that link in the chat there. And I would also really love to talk to you about YouTube. We did a huge project this year where we split our YouTube channel into students and teacher separate channels. We have a lot going on YouTube. And so I'd love to tell you about it at the video table. So come and join me there. Lila can pop in the links to YouTube as well in the chat. But thank you so much for listening, everybody. It's great to have you here.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Tanya and Tara. That was awesome. Really cool to see myself on video. But as a member of the video team, I know that video can really be such an amazing teaching tool in the classroom. So thanks for sharing all those great resources with us. That's fantastic.
Pleasure.
All right, it's time. I've got Ben here on stage with us again because it's time to announce our first raffle winner. This is for our early bird prize. So this winner was randomly drawn from our list of attendees who registered for ElliiCon 2023 before August 14th. And the prize for our winner today is a 1-year Ellii subscription. Woohoo! All right, so it is time to announce our winner. I'm just going to pull that name up onto the stage here. Ben, can you see that?
Yes, the winner for the early bird raffle is Vika from Ukraine. But do you have a last name? How will she know who she is? We're gonna reach out to her.
We know who she is.
Okay.
We've got her contact information. So don't worry, Vika. I'm not sure if you're in the audience or not, but if you are here, we will be in contact with you soon to arrange your prize. Congratulations.
That's
And
awesome.
to everyone else in the audience, if you didn't win this time, do not worry. There are tons of other ways that you can win great prizes. Take a look at the link in the chat for more information on that. Also, please don't forget about our leaderboard and all the ways that you can earn points. Like I said, you've already been earning points. So why don't we take a quick look at our top 3? I think I'll just post that if I can in the chat. Okay. Is everyone able to see that? Oh.
I can see it.
Yep.
And you, awesome. So those are our top 3 participants at the moment, but these are always going to be changing the more that you earn points. Okay. And last of all, make sure to join in the conversation on social media using our hashtag ElliiCon 2023, again, for your chance to win a 1-year subscription to Ellii. All right, everyone, we're going to take a 15-minute meet and mingle break before we start our first guest speaker session of the day. Please explore the social lounge and grab a seat at one of our tables. Ben, Tara, and Tanya will be at our presenter table right now. So if you had questions for them, head on over there and continue the conversation. We also have just a second, Ben. We also have 2 very important guests with us today at one of our tables, Anna and Shay, and they're from the Teacher Think Aloud podcast. Make sure to drop in and say hi to them. They have an amazing podcast series that is a really great resource for language teachers, and it discusses teaching ideas, tools, and different perspectives from around the world. So make sure to drop in and say hi to them. Ben, what did you want to say?
So sorry for interrupting your flow. No, somebody was asking about whether we have a merch store. We were going to put one up yesterday. We got a little delayed. We might put it up by tomorrow, but if not, it will be up by Monday. So if you were looking to buy some like mugs or baseball caps or T-shirts or things like that, those at the latest by early next week, it will be up on our site, but maybe by tomorrow too. So somebody was asking about that. So just so you know. All right, awesome. and who's coming up though, Lise, is Nick Pichi, and then immediately it's Jamie Ketty, right? And then Charles Brown, right?
You got it. Okay, so coming awesome. Yes, it's going to be awesome. We've got Nick Pichi, like Ben just said, coming up next, and he's going to be presenting on ChatGPT as a tool for flipped learning. Okay, so thanks everyone. Grab a seat at one of those tables, and we'll see you back here in 15 minutes. Bye.
Ellii,